He once predicted a penalty shootout before the coin toss. His parlay tickets are displayed in the Louvre. When he walks into a sportsbook, the odds adjust themselves. He's been banned from more leagues than VR has disallowed goals. They say in Tijuana, the grass grows greener where he places his bets. He's got his hands in every league: La Liga, Premier League, MLS, and even Sunday League in Reykjavik. He's lined the pockets of many from Germany to Vancouver, from Australia to Miami. He is the most interesting man in soccer capital. He doesn't always give out free VIP plays, but when he does, it's on the pitch with DJ Picks. Stay sharp, my friends.
Welcome, my friends, on the pitch with TJ Picks. Another day, another episode, July 3rd, 2025, guys. Fans around the world are mourning today, guys, the death of a very famous, well-known soccer legend, soccer player, Diogo Jota. Passed away early this morning around midnight in Spain. Bad car accident. I believe they blew out a tire. Lamborghini caught on fire. We don't know the full details of the incident, but it's a sad day for the soccer world, guys. Fans around the world are mourning, paying their respects for Jota, who had just gotten married a couple weeks ago. Less than 2 weeks ago, gotten married. Beautiful wife, beautiful kids, beautiful family. Him and his brother were on a road trip, traveling to catch a ferry just to get started, too, I guess, for his training with Liverpool. They were on their way, kind of a long trek, long road. Don't know the full details of everything that happened, but it is a sad story today, and we just wanted to pay some respects to Diogo Jota and his legacy. They had just won, he'd just been part of the team, Liverpool, who won the EPL. Him and Ronaldo just won the Nations League tournament with Portugal, only 28 years old. His brother was also in, Andre Felipe was also in the car crash. Both of them passed away at a very young age. Guys, life is short. You got to be thankful for every day above ground. We have another day today that we're alive. Remember to just, count your days, because you never know when you're going to be gone. Make every day worth it. Make every day special. Love your family. Be with your family. Hang out. Do as much as you can, because you never know when that last day is going to come, guys. It's a sad day today for Diogo Jota, Liverpool, his entire family. So we pay our respects, condolences to everybody. And guys, like I said, you never know when it's going to be your last day on earth. So enjoy the good times. Give back to those that don't have much. Be kind to others, guys, and live your day as if it were the last, guys, because you never know. Diogo Jota, thanks for everything that you did for the team, for the soccer world. We thank you, and we will miss you, man, until we see you again soon. Adios, Diogo Jota. Sad day, guys. So let's get right back into it. What we're here for today is the podcast every Thursday on the pitch with TJ Picks. We got some tournaments finishing up. The FIFA Club World Cup soccer competition is down to the semifinals. We do have some MLS and the Gold Cup, guys. We got the Gold Cup action and the finalists, Mexico versus USA. That's going to be a good one. We'll talk about that one in a little bit. But it is Thursday. We are starting the show a little early on the week. So let's get right into some MLS action. There is one game tonight for the MLS, and that's the New York City FC taking on Toronto FC in the MLS. That's going to be in about 4 hours, guys, 4 hours here. And let's say the current standings for these two teams, New York City FC. New York City FC is in 9th place. In 19 goals, they've scored 24 goals. In 19 games, they've scored 24 goals, conceded 21. They're going off against Toronto, who's in 13th place. In 19 games, they've scored 22 goals, conceded 25. The last game for New York City FC saw them lose 1-0 to Montreal. 1-0 in Montreal. Toronto did take down the Portland Timbers 3-0. Prior to that, they tied the New York Red Bulls 1-1. The last time these two teams faced off against each other, it was a 1-0 win to New York City FC. Prior to that, the two games prior to that saw both to score. New York City FC 3-2, New York City 2-1. So actually, New York City FC has won the last 5 games that I see here, guys. Five games for New York City FC. So the edge is to New York City FC at minus 172. But they are coming off that loss in their last game to Montreal, and Toronto's coming off a big game. Toronto has scored in 4 of the last 5 games, guys. Thursday night, we got an MLS soccer action, kind of like a prime time slot. No other MLS games tonight. Let's go both to score, guys. We got to go both to score. New York City FC and Toronto FC coming off their big 3-0 win over the Portland Timbers, guys. I think they're going to have enough firepower to get a goal here versus a team that has whooped them the last 4 or 5 times they've played against each other. I think they do sneak in a goal and make it interesting. So we're going to go New York City FC, Toronto FC, both to score tonight in the MLS soccer action. That's going to do it for Thursday, guys. We're going to go right into Friday, July 4th. July 4th, fireworks celebrated here in the United States as the Day of Independence. We will be having the fireworks, the barbecue going, and we will be going right back into the MLS for Friday soccer action. That's going to give us FC Dallas at home taking on Minnesota United. And the current standings for these two teams is Minnesota United is in 3rd place after 20 games, 33 goals scored, 23 conceded. And that's going to be against FC Dallas, who's in 11th place, 26 goals scored, 35 conceded. Minnesota is definitely listed as a better team based on their standings. Dallas coming off a 4-2 defeat. Actually, Dallas coming off a 3-2 defeat versus San Diego FC, who's beating everybody. San Diego, the expansion team. Minnesota United coming off a 2-2 draw versus the New York Red Bulls. The last time these two teams faced off against each other, FC Dallas and Minnesota United saw a 0-0 draw. That was the last time they faced off each other. And we're not going to see that, guys. We're not going to see a 0-0. FC Dallas at plus 174 versus Minnesota United plus 144, guys. I got to go with both to score, guys. It's going to be a little juicy, but I do like both to score here. You parlay that. I do like the over goals as well. We're going to over goals in FC Dallas, Minnesota United here. Next up for Friday soccer action, we got the Colorado Rapids at home taking on Sporting KC. Colorado Rapids minus 112. Sporting KC coming in as a visitor at plus 274. Current standings, Colorado Rapids in 8th place and Sporting KC in 12th place. Last matchup saw the Rapids go 3-3 versus New England Revolution. Sporting KC 1-1 versus Real Salt Lake. Sporting KC has seen a boat to score their last 5 games. Colorado Rapids has seen the boat to score only hit 2 out of the last 5 games. Colorado Rapids are the home team here at a minus 112. Got to give them the slight edge to maybe take a win here. But you know what, guys? I got to go with the boat to score here as well. Give me boat to score. Colorado Rapids, Sporting KC, we will see some goals here as well. We're going to hit the goal market as well. Over 2.5 goals for Colorado Rapids versus Sporting KC. Next game takes us to Los Angeles Galaxy. Carson, California, where the Los Angeles Galaxy play, taking on the Vancouver Whitecaps. Galaxy plus 143, Vancouver Whitecaps plus 173. Both in the plus money here. Galaxy coming off a 1-1 draw versus San Jose Earthquakes. Vancouver Whitecaps 1-0 win over the other LA team, the LAFC. Last time the two teams faced off against each other, Vancouver Whitecaps won 2-1 versus Los Angeles Galaxy. Galaxy is still at the bottom of the standings. They still are looking to make some moves. The defending champions are in 15th place, only scored 19 goals in 20 games. They're way, 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 way down there, guys. The San Diego, to give you a comparison, San Diego squad, who's in first place in their Western Conference, has 39 points. Los Angeles Galaxy has 9, guys, 9. They really need to make some if they want to make the playoffs. They need to catch some ground, because to make the playoffs, teams that are in 9th place have 26 points, guys. They need to win wherever they can get it. And you know what, guys, is not going to happen here. I'm going to take the Vancouver Whitecaps as big dogs, as plus 173. Galaxy is a slight favorite at plus 143. But I'm going to take a crazy wild bet here and go with the dog. Vancouver Whitecaps money line. But if you want a sure bet here, based on the lines, based on the fact that they're giving Los Angeles Galaxy the favorite odds here, I'm going to go both to score as the best play here for this game. But if you want to take a little risky bet, throw it into a parlay, a dog parlay, take the Vancouver Whitecaps money line at plus 173, just because of the fact that they're taking on the Los Angeles Galaxy, who are at the bottom of the barrel. Vancouver Whitecaps are a little bit of a stronger team, and they just beat the LAFC 1-0. I think they could definitely beat the LA Galaxy, but we're going to go with a both to score here as the best bet, but as a risky bet, value bet, we're going to go Vancouver Whitecaps at the plus 173. This takes us to the Club World Cup competition for Friday, July 4th, and that's going to be the semifinals, I believe, and it's going to be Fluminense taking on Al Hilal. Fluminense plus 185, Al Hilal plus 143. Let's see how these guys got here. Fluminense, surprising win, guys, surprising win over Inter Milan in the quarterfinals and after group play. Fluminense took down Inter Milan 2-0. Fluminense 2-0. And Al Hilal took down Manchester City 4-3, guys. That was a big win. Nobody saw that one coming, guys. What a game was that? Al Hilal, Manchester City. We had the over. We had the corner kicks. We hit it all. We hit everything in that game. Manchester City, Al Hilal. That was probably the best game of this World Cup club competition. Nobody saw Al Hilal win. Now they get a Fluminense team who took down Inter Milan. Guys, this is going to be an interesting game. Fluminense, Al Hilal. Fluminense plus 185, Al Hilal plus 143. Both are coming off of big wins over top European sides. Fluminense, the Brazilian squad, took down Inter Milan 2-0. Al Hilal, the Saudi Arabia squad that is made up and compromised of a lot of European players. You know, these Saudi Arabia teams have gone into Europe and paid a lot of money from some top players, some players who've been kind of over the hill, kind of bouncing back, but a lot of quality players, as you've seen what they did in Manchester City, beating them 4-3. Al Hilal plus 143, Fluminense plus 185. I got to go both to score here, guys, as the best bet for this game, as the best lean. But if I want to go a little bit further, guys, based on what I've seen, Fluminense is a strong Brazilian squad who took down Inter Milan. Al Hilal, I think, are going to come off their momentum of beating Manchester City, thinking they could beat anybody. And I'm going to go with Al Hilal to qualify, guys. I think the Saudi Arabia, our Arab team, Al Hilal, has what it takes to take down this strong Brazilian team. I'm going to take Al Hilal to qualify in this game as well. But the best bet is going to be the both to score. Next up in the Club World Cup competition for Friday takes us to Palmeiras versus Chelsea, guys. Palmeiras versus Chelsea. Let's see how these two teams got here. Palmeiras and Chelsea. Basically, sorry, guys, we're in the quarterfinals right now after group play. We were in the round of 16. That's where Al Hilal beat MC. This is after the group play. So sorry, I said semifinals, but these are the quarterfinals. Al Hilal versus Fluminense. I gave you the play, both to score. Al Hilal to qualify. The other quarterfinal game is the one we're talking about right now, and that's Palmeiras versus Chelsea. Palmeiras coming off a 1-0 win versus Botafogo. That was a good game, went right down to the wire. Chelsea had a game where they went to extra time and dominated in extra time 4-1, taking down Benfica. This one right here, guys, is going to be a little tricky. The favorite is Chelsea at -101. Palmeiras plays a very defensive style football, soccer. So, you know what, guys? I'm going to stay away from the goal market here. I'm not going to pick a goal market. I don't think we're going to bet the over goals in this game just because of the fact of how Palmeiras plays, how defensive they are, and the games that they've had recently. Palmeiras is coming off of a 1-0 win over Botafogo. They did tie Inter Milan 2-2. Palmeiras did beat Al Ahly 2-0, but with Porto 0-0 draw. So you know what, guys? It could be a little interesting here. Could be a little bit tricky. I may change my mind on that goal market depending when it comes down to the game time. But you know what, guys? I'm going to go with something similar as to the other quarterfinal game. Let's go both to score here. Both of these games might go into extra time and into penalties. So we're going to go both to score. Palmeiras versus Chelsea as well in the second quarterfinal match of the FIFA Club World Cup competition. That'll do it for Friday soccer action. And let's move on to Saturday. Saturday soccer action. We're going to go right back to the MLS, Major League Soccer, because there's going to be a bunch of games. Major League Soccer. We have Charlotte FC at home taking on Orlando City at +148. Charlotte FC +160, guys. We don't even need to go into any of the stats for this game, guys, based on these numbers, based on what I've seen before. Knowing these two teams, we got to go both to score in Charlotte FC versus Orlando City SC. That's going to be the play for that game. Next up, we have CF Montreal taking on Inter Miami, who's coming home after their defeat to PSG. We were all over that game and the PSG. Montreal coming off a 1-0 win over New York City FC. Prior to that, they did lose 3-1 to Cincinnati. PSG dominated Inter Milan, sending them back home to the MLS. You know what, though? Inter Miami, last time they faced Montreal, beat them 4-2. And I think that Inter Miami is going to bounce back with the big win here back at home after the FIFA Club competition tournament, and they're going to get a win. Give me Inter Miami money line +119 to take down CF Montreal in this matchup. Next up, we have DC United versus Atlanta United. DC United is in 12th place. Atlanta is in 14th place. Both of these teams need points, need to get them wherever they can. DC United coming off a 1-0 loss to Nashville. Prior to that, they lost 2-0 to Real Salt Lake. That's 2 weeks in a row that DC United hasn't scored a goal. Atlanta United coming off a 3-1 loss to Columbus Crew. Atlanta United has lost the last 3 games. They're needing a win. DC United needs a win. The odds are exactly where we want them for a both to score. Give me both to score DC United versus Atlanta United. Next up, we have Cincinnati versus Chicago Fire. Chicago Fire, FC Cincinnati. Cincinnati coming off a 2-1 win over Orlando. Chicago Fire coming off a 3-2 win over Charlotte. Guys, this one's going to have goals. Cincinnati, Chicago Fire. Cincinnati's -118 favorite. Chicago Fire is a +250 dog. We got to go both to score. We got to go over goals for the goal market here. Cincinnati, Chicago, give me both to score. Give me over goals. Next up, we got a good competition, good match. Nashville SC at home taking on Philadelphia Union. Nashville SC is in 3rd place. Philadelphia Union is in 1st place, but they're giving the favorite odds line to Nashville SC, even though they're in 3rd place, going up against Philadelphia, who's in 1st place. Nashville coming off a big win over DC United. Prior to that, they also beat the Revolution. They haven't lost in their last 5. They have 3 wins, 2 draws in their last 5 games. Philadelphia coming off a 1-0 loss to Columbus Crew. They're going to be battling it out. You know what, guys? I got to go both to score here. We got the first place team going with the third place team. Give me both to score in Philadelphia Union and Nashville FC. Next up, we got Austin FC taking on Los Angeles FC. Austin FC coming off a 2-0 loss to the Sounders. They did beat the Red Bulls 2 games ago. LAFC coming off a bad defeat versus the Vancouver Whitecaps. Head-to-head, last time these two teams faced off against each other, Austin won 1-0. You know what, guys? LAFC needs a win here. They are on the road. I think they are going to bounce back against this Austin team who hasn't been who they used to be back in the years in the past. Give me LAFC money line, LAFC plus 143 for this one. Then we go to Real Salt Lake, minus 135, receiving St. Louis City SC at plus 354. Real Salt Lake is currently in 13th place. St. Louis in 14th place, guys. These guys are down there at the bottom with the LA Galaxy. They have a few more points, though. Real Salt Lake has 19. St. Louis has 15. Galaxy has 9. These two teams need big wins any which way they can, especially against these lower competition teams. Last time these two teams faced off against each other was a 1-1 draw. 4 of the last 5 games these guys have head-to-head have gone both to score. That's what we're going to here, guys. 2 bottom-of-the-barrel teams looking for points. Give me both to score in Real Salt Lake versus St. Louis City SC. Next up, we got San Jose Earthquakes plus 101 taking on the New York Red Bulls in San Jose. New York Red Bulls 7th place. San Jose 6th place. Both of them in the playoff hunt in their respective divisions. San Jose coming off a 1-1 draw versus LA Galaxy. 4 of the last 5 have seen San Jose go both to score. New York Red Bulls coming off a 2-2 draw versus Minnesota United. 4 out of the last 5 have seen a both to score, guys. The last time these two teams faced off was a both to score 1-1, not too many goals. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep it simple. Give me both to score San Jose Earthquakes versus New York Red Bulls. Next up, we got Portland Timbers taking on the New England Revolution. Portland Timbers are in 4th place in the Western Conference. New England Revolution 11th place. They're looking to move up to the top 9 to get into the playoff hunt. They're going to do whatever they can to get a win. New England Revolution coming off a 3-3 draw versus Colorado Rapids. Prior to that, they lost 2-3 to Nashville. They haven't seen a win since May 31st versus Montreal. The Timbers went down to Toronto, guys. We're going to keep it simple here. Give me over goals. Both of them are receiving goals, and they can score goals. Portland Timbers, New England Revolution, we're not going to pick a side. We're going to go over goals, over 2.5. Next up, guys, San Diego FC. I've been telling you on these podcasts, San Diego FC plus 250, San Diego FC plus 250. Last week, I said take San Diego FC plus 115. And guess what? Every time I've told you to bet them when they were plus money, they have won. And guess what, guys? The books are not giving them to us at plus money anymore. San Diego FC, the number 1 team in the Western Conference, number 1, 39 points above Vancouver Whitecaps with 38. They're right on their tail, but San Diego FC have shown they mean business. They're the expansion team, newest team to the MLS, and they're dominating the Western Conference, 1st place. Here they take on the Houston Dynamo. Houston Dynamo, who are in 10th place. San Diego is in 1st place. San Diego coming off a 3-2 win over Dallas, the other Texas team. Houston Dynamo, though, did come off a win over St. Louis City SC. Prior to that, they had 3 losses in a row, losing to Minnesota, Montreal, and Sporting KC, guys. I love this game here for San Diego to keep the momentum going, guys, showing Houston Dynamo, hey, these guys mean real business. But we're going to get them at minus 139, which isn't too bad, guys. Give me San Diego City FC money line as one of my favorite plays on the MLS this weekend for Saturday soccer action at minus 139. We got to take it. We got to take that one. All right, guys, that'll do it for MLS for Saturday soccer action for MLS. And that takes us to the big competition, the big games from the European side, the Club World Cup international competition. We have PSG, Bayern Munich, and on the other side, we have Real Madrid versus Dortmund, guys. Two big games of the competition. We're going to start off with, we're going to talk about Real Madrid and Dortmund first, guys. Real Madrid versus Dortmund is going to be the first game that we're going to talk about. Real Madrid is going in as the favorite, minus 161. Dortmund, plus 402. Let's see how they got here, guys. Dortmund coming off a 2-1 win over Monterrey. Monterrey, that was yesterday. Monterrey, the team from Mexico. Actually, it wasn't yesterday. It was a couple days ago. Monterrey did battle hard, but it wasn't enough to take down Borussia Dortmund, who scored 2 early goals in the first half. Monterrey wasn't able to bounce back. Even though Monterrey had the most of the ball possession, more of the shots, more of the passes, they couldn't get it in. They had a goal that was taken away. Ramos had another header that was very close. Lots of shots, some off the post too. They almost tied it up to send it into extra time. But Dortmund, being the European giants from the Bundesliga, went on to win 2-1 and knock out Monterrey to come into this game. Real Madrid, kind of just got by, nothing too strong, nothing too crazy. They beat Juventus 1-0 in a kind of a dull match, not a whole lot of action going on there. Real Madrid, didn't do extra. They did just enough to win this game 1-0 and move on into the next round, which is this round right here, the quarterfinals versus Borussia Dortmund and Real Madrid. There's no Mbappe. This matchup right here is very interesting because it's one of the top teams from the La Liga Spain versus one of the better teams from the Bundesliga. But respectively, guys, neither one of these two teams won the championship. They didn't win the Bundesliga or La Liga. Mbappe showed up and, just like I said, brought down Real Madrid. They're not doing too well. They're not gelling. Vinicius Jr. still there. Nothing too exciting. This is a tough game right here, guys. It's either going to be a lot of goals or it's going to be very tight. We're going to see another boring Real Madrid just kind of pass the ball around, hang in there. You know what, guys? I kind of will be rooting for Dortmund here in this game, even though they're plus 402. I do want to root for them as a fan to take down Real Madrid just because of the fact that I think they're playing a little bit better right now. And I am wearing the Barcelona jersey too, so that may be a little bit of bias here. But you know what, guys? We're going to keep it simple. All these games here in the quarterfinals should have each team scoring. We will go both to score. Real Madrid, Borussia Dortmund. Real Madrid is a minus 161 favorite, and Borussia Dortmund plus 402. So, you know what, guys? I got to go both to score. I could throw in a crazy wild parlay later that we may do, just to put it together, just with some crazy odds. But Borussia Dortmund could win this game, guys. They could take it to extra time, could qualify against a Real Madrid team who isn't dominating. They're just kind of going through the motions. They're doing just enough to win. I mean, they did take down Juve, who was coming in hard there. So can't count out Real Madrid. But I will be rooting for Dortmund. The play is going to be both to score as a lean. But don't be surprised if Dortmund qualifies, guys, in this game. Real Madrid, Borussia Dortmund, quarterfinals for Saturday. Both to score as a play, but we will be rooting for Dortmund. Now, the next game, guys, the big one, the exciting game that should have fireworks on. It is the 4th of July weekend, and we are going to be talking about fireworks, and that's PSG versus Bayern Munich. The matchup, guys, that everybody's waiting for. PSG, the champions of the Champions League, guys. And with the reel we had the other day from last week, I told you guys on the podcast, PSG has been making us bucks, been making us big money all year long. And we said they would destroy Messi and Inter Miami. And guess what they did, guys? 4-0. Bingo, bango. We took PSG money line and parlays. It was a huge line. We took PSG spread. We took PSG team total. We took over for the games, guys, and we hit every single one of those bets. Now, here comes Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich is coming in as a plus 201 dog. PSG plus 121 in this quarterfinal competition. And we're talking about PSG coming off that 4-0 win over Inter Miami. Bayern Munich coming off a big win over Flamengo, seeing them win 4-2. Flamengo did get a goal. So as you guys know, we're going to have Barcola, Due, Havertz, they're going to be in there. Vitina Neves has been tearing it up too as well. Bayern Munich's going to have Kane, Harry Kane, Narby, Olise, and Coleman, Kimmich, Mueller coming off the bench. Guys, both of these teams are stacked. They have a stacked bench. Both of these guys have stacked benches, so lots of firepower from every which way you can see it. PSG, Bayern Munich is definitely going to be a boat to score. We're going to see goals here, over goals as well, guys. We're not going to see these teams sit back, because what's gotten them here is scoring goals, and that's what they know how to do best. And they do give up a goal here and there as well. Bayern Munich, PSG, both to score, over goals here. And guys, I got to go with PSG to qualify here as well, guys. PSG to qualify. They've been doing it for us. Bayern Munich, though, Harry Kane, he wants another trophy. They won the Bundesliga. They're here to show that they're not going to be left behind, and they're going to give it their all, guys. What a game. It's going to be the first game on Sunday in the morning, 9 a.m. Tijuana time. It's going to be exciting. Fireworks, 4th of July weekend. PSG, Bayern Munich. Let's get excited. Let's get ready. Vote to score. Give me over goals, but give me PSG to qualify, guys. PSG to move on and face the winner of Real Madrid versus Dortmund in the semifinals of the FIFA Club World Cup competition. Let's go. It's going to be a good one. Before we go, let's give you guys a parlay for Saturday, guys. Not going to forget about the parlay. We do have to give you guys a parlay. We always do it. Bonus. All right. For the parlay for Saturday soccer action, we're going to the MLS, and we're going to over. We're going to do an over game, and we're going to go with the over 2.5 in Charlotte FC versus Orlando City. Charlotte City FC, Orlando City over 2.5, and parlay that with the double C, Cincinnati, Chicago Fire. Cincinnati, Chicago Fire over 2.5 parlay. That'll do it, guys. Cincinnati, Chicago Fire over 2.5. Parlay that with Charlotte and Orlando City SC over 2.5 parlay there. That's going to be your Saturday's soccer parlay of the day. And that moves us to Sunday. Sunday soccer action. Only one MLS game for Sunday. That's going to be the Seattle Sounders versus the Columbus Crew. Seattle Sounders coming off a 2-0 win over Austin. Columbus Crew 1-0 win over Philadelphia. Not that exciting. Last head-to-head between these two teams saw the Sounders win 4-0 versus the Columbus Crew. Current standings, Columbus Crew 4th place, 33 goals, 26 conceded after 20 games. And the Sounders are in 5th place, 27 goals scored, 25 conceded. They're both in different conferences, kind of in the same area of the standings. Guys, we're going to keep it simple here. Seattle Sounders, Columbus Crew. That's going to be a boat to score. And guys, the big game, another big game of the weekend, CONCACAF Gold Cup action, North American final, USA versus Mexico for all the marbles, guys, for the trophy. And this Gold Cup has seen some, teams win that shouldn't be winning. Guatemala made it the furthest they've ever made it. But you guys, just to be on an honest side, guys, this Gold Cup final It's just kind of a little tournament that they play in the United States. Not too many spectacular teams. It's usually USA and Mexico who play in the final. I think they played in the final of this tournament like 95% of the time. It's been USA versus Mexico. So when this tournament starts up, you always know who's going to make it to the final, and it's usually these two top dogs. So if you were to bet Mexico versus USA to make it to the finals, the odds were probably minus 500 because these are the teams that are the most dominant in these groups. I mean, we're talking about Mexico was in a group with Costa Rica, Dominican Republic, Suriname. The other group B was Canada, Honduras, Curacao, El Salvador. Group C, Panama, Guatemala, Jamaica, Guadeloupe. And Group D, USA, Saudi Arabia, Trinidad, Tobago, and Haiti, guys. And I'm telling you, I'm sorry, but the teams that are in this competition are not known for their soccer. They're not strong teams. They're not the best of the best. Haiti, Trinidad, Tobago, Guadeloupe, Jamaica, El Salvador, Curacao. I'm sorry, guys, but Suriname, Dominican Republic, these teams are not elite soccer countries. And that's why when we see the finals, we see Mexico, USA, and that's usually who we see in the finals. But guys, let me tell you something. This one's a toss-up this year because Mexico has not looked that strong. They've just kind of went in and won games, 1-0, 2-0. They're known to, win these competitions 5-0, 6-0 versus teams like Guadeloupe, versus teams like Dominican Republic, but they haven't been doing that. To get here where they're at now, Mexico beat Honduras 1-0, guys, 1-0. Normally they beat normally 5-10 years ago they would beat Honduras 4-0, 5-0. It's not happening. Mexico beat Saudi Arabia 2-0 in the quarterfinals. They went 0-0 with Costa Rica in the last game of group action. They beat Suriname 2-0. Dominican Republic gave them the game, gave them a tough competition. Mexico was minus 700. Mexico won 3-2. They had a scare there in the group play. USA, on the other hand, is here with not a lot of their elite players. Some of their elite stars decided to take this tournament off and are not here. So we're talking about, some would call this the USA B squad. The USA B squad is who was brought here to the Gold Cup in the United States. They beat Guatemala 2-1. They beat Costa Rica after penalties. They went 2-2. They beat Haiti 2-1, only 2-1. They beat Saudi Arabia 1-0. Their only big game was their first game in group play where they did take down Trinidad Tobago 5-0. And you know what, guys? This is a very tight competition. This is a huge rivalry. This is one of the biggest international rivalries of all time. USA versus Mexico, North American and competition that's coming down to the wire. A lot of hate here between these two teams. There's always a lot of fighting in the game. And I'm going to give you guys a little tip that I've already given my VIP guys. Is there will be yellow cards, guys. Yellow cards will be flying just because of the intensity, the border battle, guys. USA versus Mexico. It will be felt. There has been a lot of animosity between these two teams over the years. Friendly competition. There's Netflix out there about the rivalry. There's some programs, there's some shows, there's some movies about the rivalry. USA versus Mexico. There will be yellow cards. It will be a very physical game. Yellow cards can also be found under bookings if you want to bet bookings. Yellow cards. That's going to be one of my favorite bets for this game. The line's probably going to be at 5.5. I don't know what it's at now, but it could be 4.5, 5.5, maybe even 6.5 yellow cards or more. We love that bet. It's going to be one of my favorite plays for this game is the yellow cards just because of the fighting that happens. They both want to be the champions of the gold pack, of the Gold Cup. They both want to be the winners of this trophy. They both are coming in with not, the greatest games going into this game in the Gold Cup. The USA with the B squad, Mexico just kind of subpar. They've been kind of down and out. New coach, new players. They haven't been that strong these years. Playing in friendlies, getting beat. USA's been getting beat. Not been winning all their friendlies either. So this is the perfect competition. Mexico plus 153, USA plus 207. We're going with the yellow cards. Give me bookings. Give me fights. Give me, a lot of fouls. We like the fouls. We like the yellow cards. And ultimately, guys, we're going to see both to score. Both teams are going to score, and we're probably going to see them going to extra time. I think they do extra time for this game since it's the final. Most of the other games go straight to penalty kicks, but we're going to go both to score. Give me bookings. USA versus Mexico, the battle of the border. There's going to be fights. There's going to be fouls. There's going to be a couple goals, and we're going to see both to score, bookings, yellow cards. Guys, this game's going to be exciting, and it's going to cap off our Sunday. It's going to cap off our weekend with the big win, USA versus Mexico. Fireworks weekend, July 4th weekend, guys. That's what we're going to do. Both to score, bookings, yellow cards, USA versus Mexico. I honestly can't give you a big winner for this game because both sides are playing, subpar. B squad for USA. Mexico's players haven't been playing that strong. A lot of mistakes that I've been seeing here in the games. Anybody can win. But you know what, guys? I got to give you guys an edge as a team who I think will maybe lift the cup. And I hate to say it, I do root for USA and Mexico when they come to the World Cup. I was born in Mexico, grew up in the United States, have connections to Tijuana, to Guadalajara, to all parts of Mexico and parts of USA. So I'm a fan of both teams. I like to see both teams succeed. I do think that USA will lift the cup, though, based on what I've seen. Some of you Mexico fans might be a little angry with that, but just because of what I've seen, I do think USA will lift the cup here in this competition. And even with their young guys, I just think they have been going balls out a little bit more than Mexico. They've been playing a little bit better. And I think they are just a little bit better than Mexico, but we will see the yellow cards. We will see the bookings, and we will see a both to score in USA versus Mexico, guys. That's going to do it for Sunday soccer action. We're not going to do a parlay for Sunday because there isn't that many games. I've given you guys a lot of information, a lot of action. FIFA World Cup club competitions coming to an end. The CONCACAF Gold Cup is also coming to an end. But we do have the League Cup that puts together USA MLS teams versus Liga MX Mexican teams. So that's coming up. Liga MX starts this month as well, here in July. Guys, the soccer never ends. Soccer, World Cup, European competitions starting back up. The top leagues start back up in August. Stop betting baseball, guys. There's no more basketball. There's no more hockey. Stop losing your money on the major league bets. Get on board with the VIP exclusive chat, the VIP Telegram, guys. We're going to be hitting it hard. We started off the month of June very strong. The end of June was a little shaky, was a little rough. I will admit that. We will be bouncing back at the end of this weekend with a lot of wins and into July with a big slate of soccer action, guys. So get on board. Hit me up if you want to join. We do have free Telegram open. And we will continue this podcast, guys, as we move on every Thursday, guy. Appreciate your support. Thanks again for tuning in with us on the Pitch. And once again, guys, Diego Jota, seeing us from above, guys. Thank you for all you did, Diego Jota, for the soccer world. We will miss you, guys. We will miss you. And we thank you for all you did for Portugal, for Liverpool, for all the teams that you played. And we send our condolences to your family. And remember, guys, each and every day on earth is a blessing. So make it the best that you can, because you never know. You may be gone tomorrow. Until next time, my friends, let's go.
He once predicted a penalty shootout before the coin toss. His parlay tickets are displayed in the Louvre. When he walks into a sportsbook, the odds adjust themselves. He's been banned from more leagues than VR has disallowed goals. They say in Tijuana, the grass grows greener where he places his bets. He's got his hands in every league: La Liga, Premier League, MLS, and even Sunday League in Reykjavik. He's lined the pockets of many from Germany to Vancouver, from Australia to Miami. He is the most interesting man in soccer capital. He doesn't always give out free VIP plays, but when he does, it's on the pitch with DJ Picks. Stay sharp, my friends.